What is the best Titleist driver you can buy for a mid-handicap golfer? Let's find out.
Let's find out now.
Hi everyone, James Robinson here, and this is Mark, the mid-handicap tester.
Hiya.
Today, we are testing the brand new to the market Titleist TS1, Titleist TS4. And you got your hands full, Mark, because we're also doing the TS2 and the TS3.
2 and 3 as well.
On this channel, we bring you guys daily golf-related content that helps you raise your game,
Lower your handicap.
and hopefully just get you enjoying golf loads more. Loads more.
Loads more.
Titleist TS1, TS2, TS3, and TS4. How different do they all look?
From the bottom, they all look very similar. Different sort of bits of silver on them. Presumably that's all to do with the weighting, layout of where the weights are in the head. They look very similar, I have to say. You know, the crown is good on all of them. It's the very same black shiny crown.
So there is a nice consistent look to all these drivers. The big difference isn't necessarily the sizing of the head, because the TS2, TS3 and TS1 are all very, very similar sized heads. But the big one that stands out is the Titleist TS4. 430cc, low spin, CG move forward. How do you think you're going to get on with this, Mark?
Well, I'd like to have a go at it. I would say with the CG move forward, that's going to make a difference to my swing and shot shape. The smaller head, it might be smaller head, but it doesn't look significantly smaller.
Yeah, it looks a nice size actually, doesn't it?
It's a nice size, yes.
Yeah.
It's not sort of scary small.
As opposed to the TS1, which is massive.
Yes, it looks flattened, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of more elongated in size.
So that's obviously to push the CG back, make it more forgiving,
Yeah,
get that ball launching.
launched.
So we're going to hit 6 shots with each. We're going to keep the good shots in, we're going to keep the bad shots in, and we're going to see. So Mark, what's your current handicap?
13.
13. Let's see, for a 13 handicapper, which Titleist driver you should go for.
There's a lot to go for.
There is a lot to go for. 4. So Mark, we're going to start with the Titleist TS1 driver, then as it goes we'll go TS2, TS3 followed by TS4. We're going to put the same shaft in all of them, so that's the Even Flow Project X, and we're going to play them all at as close to 10 degrees as we can, because I know that's what you're pretty comfortable with. So first looks down at the TS1, and I know you loved the TS2, didn't you?
Yes, I liked it. I liked it a lot. Out on the range end of last year, hit the ball quite nicely with it. It was I felt really comfortable. It just felt like a nice, easy club to swing and hit.
Is this TS1 more of what you liked by the look of it, or is it less of what you liked, or is it just different?
Well, to be honest, I don't notice any real difference between certainly the TS2 last year and what we've got in front of us here.
The idea behind the TS1, we've taken up to 55 grams out of this club compared to TS2 to help you obviously increase speed, try and get that ball launching. Now with the shaft we've got in it, it won't quite be that 55 because we've put a standard shaft in it.
Yeah.
But this is offered in actually a 45 gram shaft and a much lighter grip.
Okay, so it'd be good to see what difference that makes.
Very nice, that was that good, it destructed the explainer.
Earth shifting.
Interestingly, Mark, when I tested the TS1, it filled me with confidence. You getting that same feeling?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I wasn't nervous about it at all. It felt nice and
lovely looking
there.
club.
It is a good look. I mean, the key thing for me, as viewers will, I'm sure, pick up on, is that this doesn't have a demarcation between the crown and the face. Yeah. Which I've struggled with other drivers. You know,
Mizuno,
I like that demarcation. This absolutely doesn't have it, but it's not impacted my thoughts or views of this club. Well, that wasn't a very nice shot, was it? Right off the top. Well, I'm spraying them about a bit.
But you're doing okay with it, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah, it's not seriously off fairway, kind of.
That was a lovely shot. Oh, that's the one they come to see, Mark, isn't it? Nice again, Mark. Lovely swing. So, Mark, done with TS1, graduating up to TS2. Now, you
TS2.
liked this one before.
Yes, I did.
6 of your best, please.
Okay. Initial reaction is I can't honestly see any difference between the 1 and the 2.
Okay. So if we were to just put so TS1 head versus TS2 head, there's not a lot of difference, is there?
Not a great deal of difference. In fact, there's a little bit more of a crown potentially on the 1 for me looking down than there is on the 2.
Yeah.
2 looks a little bit flatter.
Absolutely,
Tails
yeah.
off. So yeah.
That was a nice solid swing.
Bit toey though.
Was it?
Yeah.
Good result for Toey.
Good result. Poor swing. Very poor.
That was a great swing, Mark.
That was better. I felt much more comfortable there.
Nice. TS1 and TS2 ticked off. Moving on to TS3. Any favourites so far? Hard to
tell really. I mean, I haven't swung well at all.
That's exactly what we want.
I haven't swung well at all. But both 1 and 2 went nicely.
Yeah.
Even the bad shots went a reasonable distance.
And now we're moving into the business end.
And now we're talking about the proper golf clubs.
So you difference
for those
here with
that are
the
better, perhaps.
Absolutely, yeah. The difference here with the TS3 as opposed to TS1, TS2, we have the movable weight in there, so you can kind of change the CG around if you want. We've got it set on the sanders we can have. Let's do it. Oh, great swing. Do you prefer that kind of slightly sleeker looking head?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Feeling a bit more confident with this one.
Yeah, you really are. See, and this is a big talking point for me, for mid-handicappers, and you're obviously the perfect person to ask.
Yeah.
Do you feel like sometimes bigger driver heads are targeted towards mid-handicappers when really just something that looks a bit more aesthetically pleasing is going to give you more confidence?
Well, I think that's very much a personal choice, to be honest. For me, something that looks good on the ground there gives me much more confidence.
Yeah, even though if you know it's more forgiving but it's bigger and you don't quite like the look of it.
Yeah, yes, if I don't like the look down there, I'm not swinging confidently, I'm not swinging well, I'm a bit nervous of it.
Yeah.
But this at the moment, as we'll see, I've struck 3 good shots with this driver.
And actually you can see that you're hitting fairways with that as well.
That I haven't done with either 1 or 2.
Yeah. Guys, hit those comments below. Is that something you agree with? Does it have to look good down at the golf ball, or purely just knowing... Sorry, Mark, I've got you searching for your tea there. Yeah. Or would purely just knowing that it suits you better give you more confidence than it looking good?
Low runner.
That was a fantastic golf swing. One of the best golf swings I've seen you do this year, that.
Right. That's nice.
So that's 6 with the TS3. This is what they've all tuned in for, Mark. Titleist TS4 mid-handicapper.
TS4.
Does it scare you looking down at it? I mean, you're quite a ballsy person when it comes to club head size anyway, so I don't...
It's obviously smaller.
Yeah.
But it's not. It doesn't worry me at the moment. After the first shot, we'll ask that question again.
Find out, won't we? One really interesting thing for me when I tested this, and if people have watched my review, they'll know. So you see this weight on the bottom here.
Yeah.
Now the sweet spot is there. The weight
is offset.
Offset. so towards the toe.
So yeah, out towards that toe.
Now
side.
that helped me because that's going to stop that kind of big horrible miss left, because the face is going to kind of move a little bit. See how you feel, but for me that's a real positive thing. But obviously if you're a slicer or a blocker and you kind of hit it out to the right, not ideal. Initial thoughts looking down at the ball. This is the first time you've kind of held it, isn't it? So
it is really, yes, yeah. And I can just see that it's a smaller head.
Yeah.
Other than that, because of that sort of standard crown shape styling that Titleist has.
How would you say it looks in comparison to the TS3? So there's a big difference. This is probably the biggest difference, isn't it? I would say.
Yeah, yes, but purely the size of the head for me. Other than that, I don't know. I can't see any other obvious differences.
Yeah, there's no branding difference, is there, or anything?
Certainly the weight seems to be. I can't notice the difference between front and back weight in the head, but that shall all be revealed in this shot.
Oh, and he's ripped it. That's the best shot of the day.
It is.
Very nice.
That was very nice. That was good.
Ooh, now that we've had the best shot of the day, and now we've had
the worst shot.
The worst shot.
Wow.
Both coming from, interestingly, the same driver.
Yeah. Oh, that's hoiked left.
Ball left! On your head! Six!
Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. Not the driver's fault. That was.
This is what we came to see.
Fault. That would have happened no matter which one I had in my hand.
Yeah, but and that's the thing. So obviously the size of the head, you've not put that swing on the other ones, have you?
No, true, true.
Are you not entertained? Nice. And see, I could tell the rhythm there was smoother and slower. You're backing off that almost, aren't you? Yeah.
It's definitely back off.
You're almost like making the perfect shell there, Mark, with all those, ball flies.
Oh yes.
Let's have one just out to the right there, and then we'll have the perfect shell.
No, I don't want one out. Right. Straight down the middle.
Come on, TS4. Nice, that's a lovely shot to finish on, Mark.
Right down the middle.
Lovely shot. 6 shots hit with the TS1, TS2, TS3, and now TS4.
TS4 was the most variable.
I think that's going to be the longest as well, but dispersion-wise, probably the worst.
Yeah.
Before we take a look at the numbers, Mark, could you tell the difference, really?
The really big thing for me here is that we've got 4 quite different clubs, but I confidently played all 4 of them.
Yes.
The way Titleist have pulled these together, it's not noticeable how much different they are when you're just holding them and looking at them. So
it's almost like a fine-tuning,
that's
maybe?
For those of us that really like detail, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
These are all looking the same. It's then the fine-tuning, the real fine-tuning between the 4 clubs that actually give you the results. I
think we're going to have to take a look at the numbers, aren't we?
Yes.
Let's do it. So let's start, as always, with dispersion. TS4, I'd struggle to, yeah, not fantastic. We'll cycle backwards. TS3, pretty good. Some real nice shots there, and I think he looked really confident with that one. TS2 driver, again, a little bit scattered compared to maybe the TS3, but not too bad. Certainly better than the TS4. What about the TS1, the forgiving driver? Now, this for me shows a real consistency. Apart from the real kind of sky-high one, which I think Mark will admit came a little bit out the top. Nice shot shapes, all moving the same way, so that for me is going to be a lot more playable than, say, shots that are quite inconsistent. Let's take a look at the numbers. Let's start with the TS1 driver. Looking down the numbers, shortest one which came out of the roof, 170. Longest one, 223. Averaging 203. Club speed 93 and a ball speed of 129.3. Spinning quite high at 4,000. Let's just take out the real odd strike because there weren't any other ones in the testing like that. That brings average up to 210. Club and ball speed stay quite similar and the spin drops to 3.7. Now, TS2 Driver, longest 221, shortest 202. I don't know what happened here at the end, they're just two randoms that we've deleted, there was no actual shots there. Average 213, a couple of yards up on the TS1. Club speed actually down at 90.4, ball speed 121.8. Spinning a real nice number of 2,500. Cycling along to TS3, this is where for me Mark really started to show a bit more confidence. Lowest 194, highest 224, no sorry, highest 226. Average 216, and so gaining a couple more yards again on the TS1 and TS2. Club speed back up to 91.7, ball speed the highest so far at 130, and a beautiful spin number of 2279. That is a fantastic number. Now what can we expect from the TS4? Because we know the TS4 dispersion wasn't fantastic, but it provided one of the longest drives of the day at 226. 202 for the shortest drive and a 215 average, so 1 yard shy of the TS3. Club speed back down at 89.5, ball speed nice and high at 130.7, and average spin, again a nice number of 2443. So which Titleist driver should a mid-handicap golfer be using? In this circumstance today in this studio for Mark, I'm going to have to say the TS3. So we're not going TS1. We're definitely not going TS4.
No.
TS2 was okay. I think I'd probably do a little bit more testing between that and the TS3. But personally, the TS4 was far too wayward, and that's exactly what I would expect to see with the weighting where it is in the head size. The TS1, I think, is perfect for someone who's wanting to increase speed massively, dramatically. But similar to myself when I tested it, it looked like to me you couldn't really tell where the club head was at times. It was a little bit too light.
Perhaps a bit too light. I mean, the dispersion on the one was good.
Good, yeah.
Certainly.
It's important to test things on the same day. We could do this test tomorrow. We could have done it yesterday. Mark's club head speed could have been 95. It could have been 85. So it's very, very important that when you're testing these clubs, test them maybe on a couple of different days. But if you are going to test clubs to buy, test them both on the same day with the same ball, on the same simulator, hopefully with the same golf swings. Today, I think the TS3 is the clear winner.
Of these four, yes, I would certainly be interested in looking more closely at this one.
Okay. Well, I've got one you can have a go with. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed that. That is every single Titleist TS driver tested by Mark, our mid-handicap tester. Mark, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
And the key thing for me is just go and try all four.
Absolutely.
Because they're all different, even though they look the same.
Yeah, and although the clubs are targeted towards certain people and certain players, I think it's really important that... So it was important for me that Mark tested the TS4 so we could rule it out more than anything.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you never know. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave us a like if you enjoyed the video. And as always...
See you tomorrow.